Come join a caravan of climate-minded comedians as we journey to some of America's most ancient
and weirdly, most recent natural wonders
to learn a thing or two about not utterly destroying the planet we call home. Our cars are powered by electricity.
Our cameras are powered by the sun.
And we are powered by gas station energy drinks.
This is the Electric Caravan.
The giant sequoias are the largest trees on Earth and one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. And to better understand this species further, we're going to let Brad get up on his bullshit for a few minutes.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, but try to keep it quick.
Oh, absolutely. I promise I'll keep it under an hour.
Under an hour? My man, you got 15 minutes tops.
From the time of the dinosaurs on the western slope of what we're now calling the Sierra Nevada, here grew and continues to grow a silent demigod who lives for millennia, calls down lightning from the sky, breeds in wildfire, and sports a massive girth that makes it look like it was designed by an overcompensating billionaire horny for Mars. Sequoiadendron giganteum in Latin, Wawona in Miwok. And dear God, what incomprehensible wonders doth my eyes now behold in your shattered little mind when you first see one. These are quite simply, and just as reverently, the big trees. No words can contain their grandeur or do justice to their majesty. But that's not going to keep us from trying. These are the giant sequoias. I'm an arboreal-sized queen, and sequoias are some girthy hogs. You see it, we see it, so we're just gonna get it out of our system right now.
They're built like Coke cans, if you know what I mean.
These sequoias lay pipe, and by pipe, I mean wood.
If sequoias were forced to wear human clothes, they would wear gray sweatpants.
Sequoias are the rare growers and showers.
I'm just glad they stopped logging them, because I prefer my trees uncut.
So let's bang the gong for these honkin' dongs. Sequoias, we salute ya. Bits aside, sequoias are amongst the oldest and largest organisms on Earth. They can grow to over 300 feet tall, have lived over 3,500 years, and can measure over 35 feet across. Translation?
That's like 7 Shaquille O'Neals. I measured things in tall people. I apologize, folks. I said 7 Shaquille O'Neals and I meant 5 Shaquille O'Neals. Tall people math can be hard sometimes.
These trees have survived thousands of years, making them the living embodiment of resilience, along with Steve-O's septum. But in the past 150 years, they've faced something that threatens not just their, but the entire biome's future. Say it with me now.
Climate change.
Forces mandatory.
All of the isms.
Yep, you got it. Everyone gets an A. They have survived millennia of winter freezes and summer flames. And at the risk of sounding like I have my finger 40 feet from the pop culture pulse, theirs is literally a song of ice and fire. And if we play our collective cards right, we can ensure that they don't have an ending as disappointing as season 8 of Game of Thrones. The water cycle in the Sierra Nevada is a lot like a work cycle for a freelancer, feast or famine. It features frozen winters, wet springs, dry summers, and even drier falls, which means that fire is an integral part of the ecosystem and something that these trees have evolved to thrive in. Sequoia wood has more tannins than a fine wine, or a bad wine. I do not actually know how wine works, but these chemicals make the wood super bug resistant, and along with this incredibly thick bark, pretty darn fireproof. Sequoia bark is its first line of defense against forest fires, and it features layer upon layer of these insulating fibers, making it a natural, definitely less dangerous asbestos.
Are you or a loved one suffering from trisothelioma? Have you fallen in the woods and no one was there to hear it? Then you need to call Berenstain and Berenstein, attorneys at Paw. Just dial 1-800. We don't get paid until you Hey, us!
Very happy to be here amongst you guys. This is honestly the oldest audience I've ever played for. Shout out to Sequoias back there. I see you. You guys look great for your age. Don't look a day over 1,000. Before I get into it, I gotta ask, man, how the white people treating you? Good, good. I thought so. How are the black people treating you? I know the answer to that. Good, because it's me. It's just me. I've been treating you guys real well. A lot of similarities we have, black people and you trees. Both stand tall and proud. Both smell good. Yeah, I smelled you guys. You smell good. We smell good. Both of us have been chopped down by white people in our prime. I know, ugh. So we're here, we're making it work. Anyway, I'm out here with a group of guys and we're traveling along the easiest, most sustainable use of energy. So we've been using electric vehicles. We've also been trying to use a lot of solar. And I don't understand why America's not using more solar, if I'm being honest with you. Like solar energy, look at it, coming from the sun, it's completely free. Free energy. The most American thing that we can have is the use of free energy. I don't understand why we're not behind it more. I don't know, maybe we have to start telling people that the sun is black and then maybe they'll get behind it more. You guys know that you guys were federally protected in 1864. Lincoln was like, do not chop down these trees. Famously in 1865, he said, I guess black people are people. Actually, black people didn't get a Civil Rights Act until 1964. So you guys got like 100-year head start on freedom. So I'm just here for tips. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, I see you guys just kind of standing there real tall, not moving a lot. Our approach has been marching and it ain't really been working the same. So, you know, after the show, if you got tips, let me know. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. The sun is giving me the light. My name is David Perdue. Good afternoon. These white people got me out here talking to trees like I'm Pocahontas.
So from the point they were discovered around the 1850s all the way up to the 1920s, sequoias were logged. But the same chemicals that make them so bug-proof and fire-resistant also made them terrible lumber. So when they were felled, they would shatter on impact. So in an ending so tragic that it rivals killing your dad, banging your mom, and gouging your own eyes out, these ancient giants were cut down only to produce fence posts, shingles, pencils, and toothpicks. But in a kind of nice epilogue to that, I met a man in the woods a few years ago, and I know I'm a white man holding an acoustic guitar. Don't worry, I'm just as scared as you. But this gentleman was named Dave Philp of Joel Austin Guitars, and he salvages old pieces of sequoia wood from this time period and turns them into guitars. And it offers these ancient titans an opportunity to sing again. And it offers us an opportunity to find an out to this section. 2, 3, 4. Thankfully, federal protection started in the 1800s. In the 1890s, Sequoia National Park was founded. A few years prior, Yosemite was founded, and then Kings Canyon joined the pack in 1940, along with a number of state parks and other federal regulations. And the last Sequoia lumber mill went out of business in the 1920s. So everything's fine now. I'm just kidding. Nothing's ever fine. This is a nature doc. Let's get to the it's dying part. Woo! Now, only you can prevent forest fires is great advice for somebody throwing a cigarette outside of a car window. Not so great nationwide policy, because trying to prevent all forest fires leads to kindling building up and up and up, so that the inevitable fires, when they do occur, are worse than they would have been. Combine that with the ongoing climate crisis, California's prolonged drought, and increased temperatures, and we've gotten conflagrations that have demolished mountainsides, burned up millions of acres, ravaged mountain communities, and endangered this already endangered species. In short, little fire good, big fire bad, big fire You know, Scientists estimated there were only 80,000 living giant sequoias left in the world back in 2011. But in the past 3 years alone, that number has dropped by 20%, thanks mainly to only 2 fires, the KMP and Castle fires. So, seems to me like, I don't know, something new is happening that hasn't been happening in the past 3,000 years. When it comes to fighting fire with fire, things have slowly gotten better, with government agencies incorporating controlled burns into their forest management since the mid-90s. Besides helping prevent massive superfires, they can also help control bug populations, kill invasive plants, and provide me with an amazing album cover. And the righteous flames of my indignation, they will dwindle to the embers of memory. Fire is an integral part of a forest ecosystem, kind of like used bow ties in Bill Nye's bathroom. And if you notice right here, a controlled burn like this one helps prevent huge, uncontrollable wildfires from breaking out. But this is an active control burn that is currently being monitored by firefighters and forest rangers. So we are gonna get out of here and do the rest in VO.
Sorry.
Copy that, sir. Unfortunately, controlled burns can only do so much. Even if you could safely burn a century's worth of buildup, it's really tough to account for temperature rising on a global scale and the drought conditions that come with it. The sequoia behind me was killed by the fire that ripped through the redwood mountain grove a couple of years back. And come here, I want to show you guys this. So as evidenced by this like cavernous trunk canyon that's happening right here, this sequoia had survived numerous fires in its lifetime. But in this particular time, dry season after dry season after dry season led to a fire so hot that it overcame this sequoia's already impressive natural fireproofing. And now it is deceased. And come to think of it, there are now a lot of dead branches that are the size of regular trees right above us. So we should probably peace. Greetings, Kyle!
Hey, Treador.
How are you enjoying Kings Canyon?
Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful here. And just being under these giant trees, it's something else.
Yes, it's glorious. Greetings. My name is Treador Roosevelt. And I am a producer on this shoot, and a frequent on-camera talent.
I was just admiring this giant sequoia cone.
That's no sequoia cone! That's an imposter! That actually belongs to a sugar pine! Just because the cone's big doesn't mean the tree will be.
Oh, so you mean that the sequoia cones are actually these smaller ones?
Yes! As you can see, sequoia cones are quite small and quite tight. That's because they're serotinous, which means that they only open under intense heat.
Oh, so that's why sequoias, they breed and let out their seeds in wildfires?
Yes.
And that's why it's so important for wildfires in this forest ecosystem?
Oh my goodness gracious. It's like teaching a dog how to talk. You're doing great!
So what you see around me is evidence of fire. We have smaller tree species in comparison to sequoias. They have either died or fallen over, creating space within the canopy. And down here in this post-fire mini ecosystem, baby sequoias popping up. Well, it looks thriving is also a little bit of a thunderdome of death as all these small sequoias compete for canopy space. Sequoias grow really fast, they have a good chance, and what we could be seeing is the start of a brand new grove. And it'll only take us 1,500 years to find out.
The giant forest of Sequoia National Park and Mariposa Grove in Yosemite to the north are jewels of our nation. Millions of people visit them every year, and thanks to heroic fire protection efforts a few years ago, they barely got saved. In contrast, Redwood Mountain Grove, which wasn't as picturesque, important, and visited, got decimated. It's the same old story. The attractive ones get all the perks. It's pretty easy to read the tea leaves, or in this case, the sequoia needles, to see how this will continue to shake out in human communities as climate-related disasters increase. But perhaps in this circumstance, beauty can be a virtue, because beyond being the most biodiverse, carbon-capturing, and climate-resilient ecosystems we have, old-growth forests like these sequoia groves also serve as a testament to what was and an inspiration to what could be, if only our species stopped fucking around long enough to find out. Our public lands are deeply imperfect, but writings about the beauty of this area led directly to the protection of 640 million acres in America and over 6,000 national parks around the world. And while the sequoias themselves have been protected from logging for over a century, the Biden administration announced an executive order in December 2023 to protect all old-growth forests from logging. It's a small step and long overdue, but at least it's in the right direction. In the face of climate change, it can be easy to feel demoralized by how severely our leaders, our society, and our entire species has fallen short. But here, in the presence of these ancient giants, feeling short doesn't feel half bad.
I feel like you could have fit that into a TikTok, but as far as information is concerned, not bad bullshit.
And more surprisingly, sticking to the 15-minute guideline.
So now we don't have to leave your ass on the side of this mountain like we were planning to.
Honestly, if there's any place to leave me here. Speaking of resiliency, now we're gonna head down to the Central Valley and see how parts of said valley are dealing with a whole lot of water at the moment.
Let's roll out.
All right, let's do it.
Sequoias, we salute you.
We've got 51 miles to go and 49 miles of charge. We've got 51 miles to go and 49 miles of charge. We've got 51 miles to go. Thank you, Sequoia!
We got 51 miles to go and 49 miles of charge. We got 51 miles to go and 49 miles of charge. Everybody. But wait, some of you may be asking, how can you even go 51 miles on 49 miles of charge? And that's through a little thing called regenerative braking. Oh, 51 miles to go and 49 miles of charge. I say 51 miles to go and 49 miles of charge.